Welcome back to MP Access. My name is Katarina, and today I am joined by a very special guest, our very own Gina Gallutia. Gina, welcome back.
Thank you. Maybe not a guest. Maybe I live here. It's all good.
You co-host this show with me and David every once in a while.
I'm excited. We've never done this before. This
Never.
So
How does
fun.
it feel?
We will see. Ask me at the end.
Okay.
Ask me
okay.
at the end.
So we are officially just a couple of weeks out, and I wanted this episode to be very special, kind of everything you need to know before 5-Star Conference 2026. So this is not your first rodeo.
No.
Which conference is it for you?
This is my sixth
conference.
Yes.
Wow. How are you feeling about the 2026 5-Star Conference so far?
I'm excited. I always am excited. It's like a giant family reunion. Mm-hmm. You see all the people you love, they haven't seen sometimes for a whole year. You know, the hugs are real. The content is real. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. So for somebody who hasn't been following every update that we've been posting online, by the way, follow us at the 5-Star Institute and Mortgage Point. What can they expect from this year's 5-Star Conference?
So from this year's, you can expect everything that you have come to trust and know is beautiful about 5-Star Conference. The content is highly relevant. We build our content not ourselves, but we build it in conjunction with our members so that we know that the things we're talking about are the things they're worried about, the things they're excited about, the things that they really, really need to understand. So whether it's the classes or the certifications or the panels, all of that content is really thick with goodness and covers the full spectrum of what really is hot right now. So that is something they should expect. And then we have some new kind of reception ideas that we're going with, which I'm very excited about. Our opening reception is the block party, which is so much fun. And then we're going to do a member happy hour because we know that everybody's got their after hours industry parties and we want to make sure they can get to those, but still network with the full scope of attendees as well.
Mm-hmm. And what feels different about this year's conference to you? Since this is your sixth compared to the previous years, what is something that you are looking forward to the most? Or what is something that maybe scares you?
Oh, what scares me? Let's see. Something that I'm looking forward to the most, I would say, again, it's the people. It really comes down to seeing the people. And one of my very favorites is we have 2 closed-door meetings that I help facilitate. They're the Servicer Leadership Roundtable and then the Property Preservation Executive Forum Breakfast. And I love those meetings because it really, truly is 2 different groups of people coming together because they always have to collaborate, but in that moment, they're talking through all the things that are not right, that need to be right, or what's working and how can we expand on what's working, whether they're competitors or not competitors or clients and vendors coming together to discuss how can we make this industry better in a very meaningful, open way. I love those meetings and I always look forward to them. Then I would say, what was the second question?
What are you scared of?
What am I scared of? Lack of sleep.
Yeah.
Lack of sleep is what I'm scared of. Yes, and germs.
Germs, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, bring hand sanitizer with you.
Yes, wash your hands.
Yes. So you're not just helping to put the conference together, you're also going to be on the stage during the Force Rally. Mm-hmm. Tell us what attendees can expect from that morning.
So that morning, it's members only. And it's designed for people who've been in REO and REO adjacent for years and years and years. So it really is that level like 201, 301 content, which is a lot of fun for those folks to go deep and learn from each other. One of the things I tell them regularly when I MC this event is you are not competitors. You are each other's sources of referrals and learnings. So sit down and find out what works for someone else and how you can apply it to what you do in your job. job. And so we have table talks where they can do that. The table talks theme is always prepared. So it's talking through, we know things are changing in the market. It's starting to rev up, but it's revving up in a way that we've never seen before because every cycle is different. So how can we be prepared and learn from each other in that way?
Mm-hmm. And you said it's members only.
Yes.
So someone who isn't a member and is attending 5-Star Conference this year and they want to attend this meeting still, can they become a member last minute? I feel like that's a frequently asked question.
That is a great question. So the answer is no. If you don't sign up for a Force membership prior to 5-Star Conference, you're not getting in the Force rally. And the reason for that is, it's not just because I like saying no. Usually I like to say yes, to be honest. But it's because we spend a decent amount of time vetting those people, and we can't be running 5-Star Conference while vetting applications and getting them done in a hurry. We want to take time with them. We want to talk to the people about it and make sure they're the right fit for the Force and that they really do have that industry expertise that we're looking for.
But they can still sign up online later.
They can
to participate next year, for example.
Absolutely, yes, and get kind of the Force goodness all year round. But we do have a membership that they can sign up on site because it's open to everyone if they want to get some of the membership benefits, and that's the 5-Star Alliance.
So the theme of the rally is really about preparing for a shifting market. What conversation do you think agents and brokers need to be having right now?
When things shift, you need a solid foundation. If you don't have a solid foundation of operations and expertise, you can't shift. You can't pivot, right? Because everything's in shambles. So it really is. We are hearing in one panel from folks who have built really solid brokerages over decades and multiple different market cycles to talk about, like, how do you build a foundation that endures? And that one is really key. I might have a fangirl relationship with Tiffany Fletcher.
Okay.
Yes, definitely do. She is one of those power women who've been in the industry for a while, and she is the new CEO of VRM, I believe. She just took on this new title, and she is just such a light. She's delightful to be around, but she also is hard-hitting. She'll be very honest with the audience about what are they not doing right? What do they need to change? What does she see that they really need to be prepared for? So I'm excited about that one.
So without giving away too much information, you already started talking about it a little bit. What are you going to dig in with her?
So VRM has a very specific niche of the industry when it comes to REO. So we're going to be talking about what are they seeing coming down the pipe, what are they preparing for, and then just kind of talking to her about leadership because she has so much wisdom in that area.
Okay, well, Tiffany, if you're listening to this, we love you, and we're excited to see you at the 5-Star Conference this year.
100%.
Especially Gina.
Yes, yeah, it's true. It's true.
Okay, Gina, I want to put you on a spot right now and give you some quick hit session. Okay? So I'm going to ask you a quick question and give me a quick answer.
Got it.
One session you're most excited about?
I'm excited for LaQuanda Sain's keynote address. It's Tuesday morning, 9:00. Don't miss it unless you're at the Force Rally with me. Then you can miss it. But I'm probably going to sneak into that one if I can. The topic is really, how do you go beyond the script, right? When someone calls in and they say, I'm in trouble, how do you see them as a human being and find solutions for them while also maintaining quality, following the laws and regulations that you have to follow? And sometimes can feel like they're hedging you in, but what are the ways that you can really take care of a borrower who is in distress and help them find a solution that fits them and their family and their home and all of that? She is awesome.
One networking opportunity.
Oh, this one's hard. There's so many good ones. I think, man, that one's a really hard question. There's so many, every single moment at the conference, other than a panel, when a panel is happening, is a network moment, right? Yeah, it's the lunches, it's the breakfast, it's the hallway conversations. I know this is not your one-word answer. I'm so sorry. So I would say one of the ones that I get really excited about is Force Connect, where Force members and asset managers they do like speed dating. And it's our Force leadership has this down to a science. It's this beautiful moment where like everybody's getting where they need to go and they're having the conversations they need to have, but it's short enough that it's meaningful. How's that for an answer? Way longer than you wanted.
Okay, yes, but I accept it. It's okay.
Thank you.
One event.
I think women in housing. That one is always one of my favorites. The She Suite panel, just, 5 powerhouse ladies talking with each other about their triumphs and their obstacles that they overcame and the lessons they've learned, sharing them with us open-handedly. I love it.
Happening on Thursday.
That is
September
Thursday.
3rd.
Yes, starting at noon. Be there.
One thing first-time attendees usually overlook.
I would say that first-time attendees usually get lost in the sea of people. And so before you come, take a look at the attendee list on the app and make sure that you're thinking through, okay, if I'm going to meet 5 people, who are the 5 people I need to connect with, and how do I make it happen?
Would you recommend them looking each other up on LinkedIn maybe? And maybe, connecting that way first and be like, hey, I'm attending 5-Star Conference this year as well. Would you like to chat in person?
I would do both. I would connect with them in the app, message them in the app and ask for a meeting, and connect on LinkedIn, because you never know where someone's going to be popping in.
Absolutely. And what should returning attendees make sure they do differently this year?
Make a strategy and a plan. I think so many just go the flow of the agenda. But when you have a strategy of these are the 3 things I want to take away from this event, then you're more likely to make that happen.
And let's go over the list of what we are expecting this year from the conference. So we have Force Rally.
Yes.
We have Investment and Lending Forum.
Yes.
Mortgage Servicing Forum. Distressed Asset Management Forum. Force Connect. Keys for Life Luncheon, Women in Housing Leadership Awards Luncheon, and so much more. Oh my gosh. And only 3 days for that.
Yes.
It's
very full days. And don't forget the things that happen before the conference officially starts. We have the REO certification. We are partnering with the Denise Marie Flaherty golf tournament. And we are also hosting A-Team Realty's event in the morning and their HUD certification, and then New Res that day too. So every day is jam-packed.
And happy hours.
Happy hours are my favorite. They really are. You could just have so many good conversations with people.
Especially with a cocktail.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to pretend like I'm an attendee for the first time, and I'm going to ask you some frequently asked questions.
Okay.
Those who are attending for the first time ever. Okay. So who should attend 5-Star Conference?
If you are interested in the default industry, if you are active in the default industry, if you serve people who are in that industry, you should be there.
So I'm a realtor, for example.
Yes.
Should I go?
Do you have the capacity to deal with a pile of poop? If the answer is yes, then you should go. If you love taking something that is a hazard and making it a home, go.
Okay. So if this is my first time attending 5-Star Conference, where do I even start?
You start with the agenda. And you start with, what do I want to get out of this? Look at the agenda and plan your attack.
And hand sanitizer.
Yes.
Okay, so how do I plan my schedule before I arrive? What is your biggest advice from 6 years of experience?
So when people call and they ask, where should I go? Where should I be? That really depends on your goals, right? If you are looking to network, then you need to prioritize where you networking and find out where the after parties are, right? If you are learning to, or you're seeking to learn, then you should look at the panels and say, what do I need to know? And I love looking at who are the panelists too, because you have the opportunity to connect with them afterwards and learn from them after the panel is over.
Do you have a best networking advice, like how to not make it awkward?
This one, I have to give a shout out to Keith Stone, because he really is. He talks about this when he talks about how he does 5-Star Conference well, and it is when you meet someone, you don't go with your hand out empty. You go ready to give. And this is my advice for anyone at 5-Star Conference, if you want to give the most out of it, be open-handed with what you know and share it. Because if you meet someone and you say to them for the first time, "I would like your work," right? That tells them nothing about your value and why they want to work with you. But instead, if you say, "Hey, I know you've got a lot of assets in this area, and here's what I've noticed about this area." If you're an attorney, you can say, "I work with this judge all the time, and he really likes to look at cases this way." Right? And if you give them something of value from the beginning, they're going to remember who the Hades you are, and they're going to want to connect with you afterwards.
So we've talked a little bit about the force meeting that requires a separate registration. Any other meetings or sessions that require a specific registration or membership during the 5-Star Conference?
Okay, so we do have member-only events. Those are like the Servicer Leadership Roundtable that I was talking about and the Property Preservation Breakfast. You have to be members of those to be invited, or you have to be invited as someone we want in the room to have meaningful conversations. And then we have, A Team is doing a Monday morning thing, and they have their own sign up outside of hours. So if you want to attend that, make sure that you connect with them and get signed up directly with them. And then I think that might be it.
So once again, as a first-time attendee, tell me about VIPs and how does that look during the 5-Star Conference?
Yes, so I get this question all the time. I just learned something new about the VIP room, which I'm excited about, even though I kind of built the program, so I was surprised to learn something about it. So VIPs, you get a VIP lanyard, so we know who you are, and we know that you get a little extra special treatment. There's a VIP room, which is great because it's a little bit out of the way. It's quieter if you need to get a little work done, if you need to just recharge because you are an introvert or even an extrovert who has been overly extroverted, then it's a great room. It is a room that has special snacks. This I knew. What I didn't know is they also have certain snacks that they put out at different times throughout the conference. That there's a charcuterie board at one point. There's some kind of like avocado toast bar. And then in the mornings, there's a coffee bar that you can do flavored coffees and special coffees. So that is totally worth it in my mind as a coffee snob.
How do you become VIP?
So to become a VIP, when you register, you choose the VIP ticket. It's half off for members, but you just add that onto your registration. Easy to go. If you've already registered, that's okay. You go to the website and you choose modify your registration, and then you add on the VIP, you pay for it, and then you're all set. So when you arrive, you get your own VIP registration. So you get to skip the line, which is really great, and get all of your VIP. We've got a VIP baggie of goodies, and then you get an extra drink ticket. There's all kinds of, and headshots. We've got a professional photographer coming to do headshots. And if you're a member or a VIP, you get to take part in that.
Nice. So can you access that VIP room at any time during the conference to have like a private conversation?
So the VIP room opens at 8 a.m. and closes at 6 p.m. You can have private meetings there, but both of you have to be VIP if you're going to bring someone in, or it's a great place to take a call as well.
And nobody can become a VIP last minute, right?
No, they can. They can. So if you want to, we only have so many tickets available that are VIP tickets because, there's only so much space for them, but we will have some that we can sell on site.
Okay. So 5starconference.com for more information.
Absolutely.
Okay. So now I want to hear some crazy stories from you, Gina. This is your 6th conference. That is a lot of conferences in the past. So what is the craziest last minute request you've ever gotten at the 5-Star Conference?
Interesting. So this one I feel as though it's hard. A lot of people want to get in when they can't get in, right? And they will say things that are totally not true to get into what they want to get into. Hey, I talked to this person. Hey, I know this person. I just left my bag in there. I need to go get it. So there's a lot of times where when there's exclusivity, people want in when they haven't earned in. And so I would say that is probably one of the craziest requests. Probably.
Anything behind the scenes that has happened to you in the past 6 years that you still remember to this day?
Behind the scenes. Okay, so this isn't crazy, but it's what I love about 5-Star Conference every year. And it's that we work with each other all the time as a team, right? But you get to know each other in a different way and respect each other in a new way when you're working something like 5-Star Conference. Everyone is all hands on deck. You've been going a little crazy. You might be a little vulnerable because you're sleep deprived and moving all the time and 20,000 steps a day and all that jazz. And so behind the scenes, I love how we gel as a team. I really do.
Me too. So this will be my second 5-Star Conference, which is insane because I feel like this year just flown by. And I remember last year you were measuring with other girls on your Apple Watch and how many steps you have walked in the 3 days we were at the Omni.
But the best part was I put it in the team chat without any kind of context. So I just put in the team chat, I'd say 16,723. And everybody's like, what is that? What do you mean by that? Was that the smiles you saw? And Kendall was the one who outed me. Otherwise, I probably would have gone the whole week with a mystery.
All right, let's do another quick rapid fire session here. Most underrated part of 5-Star Conference.
Most underrated part. Get your picture taken so that you're in the marketing for next year.
Yes, good headshots matter.
Yes. Not just good headshots. Like I had someone who reached out to me, he saw marketing and he was like, where's my picture? And I was like, here's your picture. But like if you want to be out there as someone who is a who's who in the industry, when we have a photo booth, use it.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
Why not? One thing everyone should bring besides the hand sanitizer that we mentioned about 100 times already.
Yeah, I would say one thing everyone should bring. You know what's interesting is everybody brings, like they always want to know, should I bring a resume? Should I bring my business cards? And they hand out all these business cards. And it's really hard in the moment to like write down, what is this person and what are they doing? You got to follow up. So what you really should bring is just a good attitude. It's a long week. Some things may not go the way you want them to go. But that doesn't mean they aren't going to go better in other ways. You just need to bring a good attitude.
Person you're most excited to see. I know you said Tiffany already.
We've
talked about Keith. Anyone else?
And LaQuanda is another one.
Yes.
I'm very excited to see Miriam Moore MC and lead the She Suite panel. She has so much grace and poise. I'm excited to see her.
Best place to actually make a meaningful conversation?
Everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere. Except don't interrupt panels. Walk out. But otherwise, everywhere.
And 3 words to describe 5-Star Conference 2026.
So I always call it our big, beautiful circus. Because we have the smaller ones in the spring, and this is everyone and everything. And circus in a good way.
That is so true.
Not my circus, not my monkeys. It is my circus, and I love my circus.
And your monkeys.
I do love my monkeys.
And for somebody who's listening and is still deciding whether to attend the conference or not, what would you tell them?
Stop hesitating. I've heard from so many people. My favorite thing that I love to see is when people work together after the conference and they had a conversation and they learned each other's strengths and then they referred business to each other or they started to work together. This is where it starts. This is where you build your 2027.
And what do you hope people will walk away with from 5-Star Conference 2026?
So I used to think, because I used to do these conferences, right? As a professional, I'd go to these trade shows and I would always try to come away with 3 things that I can implement in the next 3 months. And then I would have this list of 12 other things that I wanted to implement in the coming years, and I really built programs and new products based on what I was learning. I would say really that's it. Write down afterwards, these are the things I'm going to implement now.
That is very helpful. I feel like we have had a pretty educational conversation this past couple of minutes. And we'll see you at the Omni September 1st through the 3rd. Come by, say hi. Gina and I will both be there running around, probably looking a little crazy. But
no, perfectly poised. Perfectly poised.
Yes, perfectly fine. And if you are a last minute attendee, make sure you visit our website at the5starconference.com. And thank you so much for joining us for the latest episode of MP Access. Until next time, stay tuned.
This was fun.
Thanks for listening to MP Access. Stay up to date with daily mortgage news, featured stories, and our latest episodes of the podcast at themortgagepoint.com. Don't miss out, and we'll see you next week.